Oh no, man, I seen him. Hey, what's up, everybody? Sometimes I like to change things up a little bit. I just wanted to do a little bit of a live show. Some of you guys I know from like the UK and different parts like that aren't able to catch the later podcast at like 8 p.m. Eastern time because that's like way late for you guys. So I thought, hey, me and Next Gen will hop in here for a few and talk about a couple things that I actually want to talk about. Now, Next Gen, you're getting off of purgatory here in like 10 days.
Yeah, 10 days. I'll be out of jail. I'll be off the roll in 10 days, man.
Yeah, so you'll be able to like
do this. Yeah, be free.
Yeah, you'll be able to do like your own podcast and things like that again, which will be cool, man. And I'll hop in there and like I think you should like start it off real big, man. Just have like do a bunch of things as often as you can.
I got a whole bunch of shit planned. I got a little chalkboard to say I'm only able. People asking me, I'm only able to upload 15 minutes. Like the video I did yesterday about Boogie, but we're going to talk about now. Yeah, I got cut off. I was talking. I was about to go and shit cut off. I was like, oh fuck, I just fuck it. But yeah. I'm only able to upload 15 minutes and stuff. So look out for me. Going to be live streaming gameplay. I'm going to do it on YouTube. I'm not going to do it on Twitch. I'm going to stream it on YouTube. So for those that want to rock out with me. But yeah. So let's tackle the shit. The elephant in the room. Literally the elephant in the room.
Okay, well, we'll talk about PSN a bit too. But first thing I want to do is talk a little bit about this Boogie situation. I usually don't do this. I'm not necessarily calling this guy out, but in particular, right? Like this whole Sony trying to patent and trademark Let's Play, and not only are they trying to do that, they've done it a couple of times, and people were trying to give them the benefit of the doubt, and they said, hey, this whole situation, maybe it's not about like what people do on YouTube. Maybe it's not streaming games over YouTube and things like that. But if you look at the wording, it's pretty clear that that's what it is. It's not a marketing thing or anything like that. It's they want to own some right. They want to get paid for Let's Plays.
Exactly. In this case, applicant seeks to register the wording Let's Play for electronic transmission and streaming of video games via global and local computer networks, streaming audio, visual material via global and local networks, but video games. It has to do with playthroughs. It go documenting a playthrough of a video game, almost always including accompanied by the game or Let's Play. So yeah, they walkthroughs and Let's Plays and all that shit. Yeah. They was trying to
millions. I mean, there's millions of them, and you look at some of these guys; they make millions of dollars off of them, right? And so, the main thing that I thought was that nobody was really talking about this. I was like, "Why is nobody talking about this?" It kind of blows my mind. And so, right before I did, I think Mooch's podcast last Friday, I tweeted Boogie, Greg Miller, and Angry Joe. I was like, "How come you guys aren't talking about this or doing videos on this?" If it was Microsoft, you guys would definitely be over this already. And I, of course, I've got a few subscribers, and they were tweeting them too. I guess a lot of people were tweeting Boogie and stuff like this. But he responded within, I think, 30 seconds of my tweet. Like, so it like kind of touched a nerve or whatever. Like, and this is the thing, right? We're all a little bit biased. I'm pro Xbox. That's fine. But we were the first ones to say, hey, Microsoft, where's your games at the start of last year? You know what I mean?
Yes.
Fix this or fix that. So we call out Microsoft when they mess up. But the big problem that I've had and continue to have is the Sony fans don't do that. Now, Boogie, I guess he's been big for a while. I've never really watched him before much, but he does his own thing, and that's fine. But he is full of shit if he doesn't sit there and admit that he's playing off that whole Xbox hate situation. You could tell, like, I watched, like he finally did a video about it, right? But he didn't do it on his main channel. He didn't appear on camera, and he was really kind of half-hearted, basically, where he was like almost pissed off that that he had to do it. He
said we don't dictate what he puts up on his channel, and he doesn't know. Basically saying it was by the time he got to it, it was a dead issue. And he doesn't know why Sony was going after the Let's Play. You know what I mean? And, you think you guys are, what do you say? You guys are stupid or whatever fuck if you think that's Microsoft or Sony cuts me a check. No, they don't cut you a check, but you get you get your systems for free, you get games for free, and you get make sure you're gonna get that VR headset for free. And again, I don't want to come off like I'm some type of listen. This is not what it's about. Trust me, I can care less. I'm fine. I'm comfortable with my skin. I'm not trying to. Even crap. We're not trying to. Can you say get more subscribers or we're not seeking attention. It's not. We're not putting this guy's like they do us putting his Twitter handle in inside the video. Like, somebody asked me yesterday, if you really want, no, I don't do that. I'm not harassing anybody. I'm not, because I don't like it done to me. I'm not going to do it to anyone else. It's not about that. I'm just calling out, you guys, like you said, they were so quick to hop on Nintendo. Remember he did the video when Nintendo was trying to, not trying, they did monetize, YouTubers' video that wants to play their game they wanted to cut. And you can only play the games that they said you could, on their Nintendo program. They hopped right on that. Him, Angry Joe, and a couple other YouTubers all spoke out against that. Microsoft, the DRM, we also the videos. What about the soldiers in Afghanistan and all this, Crimea River, which is cool. I mean, I'm not trying to dictate on the channel, but but what I'm saying, even with the DRM, you went out and you spoke against Microsoft, but you didn't say anything about Sony. Drag Church and said clear as day. We skip that. If third party wants to use it, we can't stop them. All he was talking about was for their first party game. So instead of denouncing DRM altogether, they use Microsoft as display. And which again, I don't even, what's done is done. But I'm just saying that even when he just uploaded this video, I don't know how many subscribers he had, but he didn't put it on his main channel. What I mean? Like, stop it. Like, I just like, come on. We can listen again. We can all be biased. It is what it is. I'm not saying that you can prefer one company to the other. That's your God-given right as an American. Like what you like, play what you play. I'm just saying, if you're going to do that, if you're going to be fair, if you're going to call out one company for whatever reason, then call out the other. But that's what he said about, it's not like they have a 5-year-old processor. Who the fuck has a 5-year-old processor? What the fuck does that have to do with anything, man? That shit blew my mind. 5-year-old processor, like, what I mean? Like, come on, man.
You could tell, like, he was super bitter. He was just like, they weren't trying to do DRM. They weren't trying to do this. And I'm thinking, look, anti-consumer is anti-consumer. Anti-gamer is anti-gamer. The Fine Bros, right? I had never really heard of them, but they tried to trademark the term react because they do reaction videos, and they lost millions of subscribers within like a couple-day period, right? Millions. Imagine if everybody jumped on the Fine Bros. Everybody did, right? Even Boogie. Everybody jumped on this, right? But they all didn't jump on the Sony news, and that was kind of perplexing to me.
That's all insane.
Thank God that this lawyer came out and said, "Hey, you can't trademark this. This is public domain," and that basically shut Sony up. But you notice Sony has completely been quiet about this situation. They haven't said anything one way or the other. They've been more quiet than they normally would be, and nobody's really asking them. I messaged Yoshida on Twitter and a couple of Sony dudes. Do you have any kind of a response to this? What were you guys trying to accomplish?
It says it's right there what they were trying to do.
So it was obvious they wanted, like, and look, that doesn't mean, like, because a trademark is different than like a patent or something like that. Like, you could have still done it, but they would have just been paid a percentage of it, And that's unfortunate because there's so many people that do it. I guess, like, and Boogie was like, well, like Rooster Teeth, who has a channel called
Let's Play.
Yeah, and they have like 3-4 million subscribers on that. Yeah, and so they would have been in a legal battle. Anybody that had a Let's Play would have ended up having to pay Sony. So I mean, it would have been just really, really unfavorable. But Boogie in particular, look, when you're a big YouTuber, and I'm not talking about me, I'm talking about like these guys that have a little bit of sway. These guys have a little bit, I think, of, they're not crumb side, they have a little bit of a responsibility, in my opinion, to at least get out there and kind of and be a little bit as unbiased and as truthful as possible, because a lot of people take what they say to heart. Look, when Xbox announced all that stuff, they all went out and complained, and it got changed, right?
Yep.
People have this illusion that Sony and the PS4 is just this perfect entity and they can never do anything wrong. If some of these big guys would come out and say, hey, this is wrong. Hey, Sony, where are the games? You guys are making this money hand over fist on the PS4. Where's the games?
Even better, we paying for online every month.
Yes.
And still performs like a free service.
Perfect segue. All right, like, remember, and I got it. #BetterPSN. That was a movement. That was a huge movement on Twitter and a lot of things. And Yoshida and those guys all kind of placated the crowd. Oh, well, what would you guys like to see? Please go and tell us on our feedback forums. It's basically telling people to go, hey, go screw yourself. You know what I mean? They don't really care. You're paying for it. They don't care. You know, I just think that that's unfortunate because they forget about it. Like, and yesterday, this thing is out during the division beta. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is true, right? You know, online games, you would be completely foolish to go out of your way and buy an online game on PS4 because that network I wouldn't trust with anything. I wouldn't trust it with my information. I wouldn't trust it with games. I wouldn't trust it with anything. I mean, what do you think about that?
Again, you know, like you said, you know, it's been Sony. My God. Just think about. I just got, you know, just take a step back here. Even you, like you said, trusting them with your information. How many accounts have been hacked and, you know, compromised this generation alone, charged thousands of dollars, and when clearly Sony was in the wrong, and then yet refused to or fight the consumer tooth and nail. You know what I mean? We're not talking about a physical copy. We're just talking about a digital copy, just a license. You understand what I'm saying? Just restricted license, get the person back their money, something that someone obviously didn't buy. How could you, honestly, how could you even fight that? You know this person. I live in America. My credit card was used in Zimbabwe by a little motherfucker in the hut. How the fuck could you even justify that? You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy as hell. And I mean, I was listening to this one guy horror story. They told him to deactivate the account, this, that, and the other, knowing that when he did that, it was going to straight take all his everything that he bought, that he rightfully bought digitally on the console. Ban the account, like he was the one that was attempting to do fraud. And again, you had just to mention again, you have the Angry Joes, you have the boogies and all these big, like you say, bigger YouTube, not the crumb side. And again, I don't want to come off that we're being bitter or that we're jealous of. Listen, I'm very comfortable in my skin. It's not about that. Okay, trust me. That's the God's honest truth. It's nothing. It's not any drama. I'm not trying to. It's not an exposed video. This is saying, it's the hypocrisy that's within this community. This game, like I said, this gaming community is. I mean, listen. And you, again, I don't care. You have your right to like what you like. Nothing's wrong with that. I don't. What I'm saying is that just be upfront and honest with it. That's all. If you prefer one, fine. You know what I mean? Whatever. If whatever comes to Sony, you look at it as the glass being half empty or half full, whatever the case may be. But just say that you don't know why. Like, come on, man. Like, I haven't heard them do any. Come on, you talking about somebody wanting a rant video? Somebody, you talking about the consumer? They charged that guy what $1,500 that he didn't do? Come on, you talking about somebody that works? We're not talking about a multi-millionaire. Come on, somebody that gets a paycheck every week. That's someone's mortgage money. That's someone gas and electric money. You know what I mean? How many motherfuckers live check to check? You know what I mean? Like, could you imagine someone just taking $1,500 out of your checking account, out of your savings? Listen, put the fanboy hats aside for a second, okay? At the end of the day, we are all consumers. You know what I mean? I don't care where you work at, Walmart, Target, you work at some law firm. Could you imagine someone taking $1,500 of your money that's your car note, that's your rent? You add your bills up, and that's gone for some shit you didn't even buy. And then here's the company that you're gonna argue about a purchase, and then when you go to your bank to to dispute the charges, they gonna fucking lock out your account.
Yeah, especially if you have digital games. If they lock out your account, you can't get them at all. Yeah,
crap, that's crazy as hell. You work hard for your money. You work hard. You work hard. You bust your ass. Crap, you just got yourself a brand new PC, right? You had your eyes on this PC. Can you imagine Sony or whoever the fuck, somebody that went and took your money? Was about you was looking at this PC. That money's gone. You didn't do it. You didn't spend it. And then you go back to Microsoft and to whoever and say, hey, yada yada yada, and hey, they basically tell you to go forward, or we will only give you back 150 of that. And I'm supposed to just eat the corn? That's crazy as hell.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
It is. It's completely ridiculous. It's look, I actually use the few times that I've bought anything on PSN, I'm like, when I had a sale, I had to go get it. I got a card, I got a digital card and entered it. On Xbox, I actually keep my my PayPal information on there because I don't mind that as much.
It's just been the same for years.
Yeah, because they'll refund you or whatever goes through PayPal. So
they just refunded, and this wasn't even Microsoft's fault. Something that the kid did. He wasn't even no kid. This motherfucker, then is 17, 18 years old, spent $8,000 on FIFA. Like, come on, he didn't know. Like, knock it the fuck off. But anyway,
how do you spend $8,000 on FIFA?
I don't know. I've never really got into that game. I don't know. I guess he was one of those whales, but come on, he wasn't no 5-year-old kid. You know. But prime example. You see my daughter, Maya. She's hit the button and ordered shit by mistake. She does this all the time. But not even mistake. She does it on purpose. She doesn't know value of $1. I always get these little emails for $1 here, 99 cents. Like, what the fuck? And now this little motherfucker smart. I always put a code on it. Somehow she finds a way. But anyway, if I call Amazon or Google and she gets a little outrageous, they refund my money back, no problem. No problem. On Microsoft, she bought Destiny one time by mistake. She thought it was a cartoon. I got my money back, no problem. Sony, on the other hand, forget about it, man.
Yeah, they won't. They're stingy as hell. Like, I don't understand it. One time with Microsoft, I was like, hey, my map pack that I had bought wasn't showing up. Call them up. They're like, okay, well, here's the thing. Free map pack. You know what I'm saying? It's like
controller. Microsoft is good.
Yeah,
like that,
it's like, and they really are, and they interact with you and things like that. Like, for me, I think that this is a complete slap in the face for Sony fans. Like, how did this company put up with this? Look, Sony isn't this perfect entity. The PS4 is a fair console, but it's a fair console with no games. They're not really putting out the AAA games. They have a focus on VR. They're doing just the minimum to get by. They are basically, that's why they're doing so well, especially in America, is because that they've taken the American spirit to the next level. Do as little as possible for as much in return. And that's basically what they're doing. I mean, look, they haven't done anything. Their big games, Uncharted will come out 3 years into the life cycle. They're big.
Would you consider that that's their first big release on that console?
That to me is the first big AAA exclusive for them. Whereas Microsoft, I would say the first big one was Titanfall.
I forgot about but they had Titanfall. They had Forza Day One.
Yeah, Forza. Yeah, you had Forza and Dead Rising 3 is a pretty big game. Yeah, so Dead I mean, right out of the Killer Instinct, that's kind of huge too. Even though
big now. It's really big now.
I mean, I'm super excited for like the new season of that. I think it's.
I'm gonna beat your ass, bitch,
dude. I think we should, man. I played Titanfall Princess in that. She's pretty good. Like, she knows like all the combo breakers and stuff. Like me, I'm a button masher.
I'm a button masher. Yeah, it looks good.
I kept like blocking out and stuff. Like I had her, and then like boom.
Yeah, I just fucking I don't know how to play the game, but I don't listen. There's a reason behind my madness. I get your ass out of it. I haven't played it in a really, really long time, but no motherfucker be doing those 65 hit ultra count. They scare me. I see my ass playing that shit. Oh,
yeah, she's good. I'm 3-2 against her though, man. I was like, yeah. So like, I look forward to that. I like that, man. I like the community, and I think that it's fun. Like, that girl, she like teabags the hell out of you when she like, whenever she knocked me out the first round, she's sitting there like teabagging me. I'm like, oh my god, you know what I mean? Like I hadn't played the game in a while, but
I haven't played in a really, really long time either.
Yeah, but it's like season 3 gets me amped up, and I might even grab the fight stick for that, but just because I'm
I buy those fight sticks all the time, and I don't never use them. I like them as collector's items, but I lost a lot of them in my fire that I had. But I buy those fighter sticks all the time, and I bought the Killer Instinct fighter stick. When the one that came out, I don't have it anymore for obvious reasons. But yeah, I buy them and don't use them. I just use the controller. You know what I mean? But did you ever get the Elite controller? Grab it? Did you ever pick it up?
Yeah, I got one.
Yeah, they were saying that feels really awesome as far as fight. One knock against, I guess you can say, against the Xbox controllers was always the D-pad. Sony had the better D-pad as far as fighters because it's an actual, cross. People said Microsoft's D-pad wasn't that responsive, wasn't the best, when it came to the D-pad. But he said, as far as I know a couple people that still plays, Killer Instinct and Mortal Kombat or whatever DOA. They said the Elite controller feels awesome as far as fighters.
Are you gonna bother with Street Fighter 5 at all? Or
yeah, so I'm gonna get it for my birthday. It's a birthday gift. My birthday is Monday. I'll be fucking 38, then at 40.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Yeah, I'm long in the tooth, right, bitch.
Yeah. Well, what's funny is like people always assume that we're all in our 40s. Had someone in the chat box go, "Are you really in your 40s?" Crap. I'm like 33.
Yeah, you must say Tim is probably the oldest out of all of us. How old is Tim?
I think he's 39.
Well, he got me by. Yeah, I'm fucking 38, man. I'll be 38 fucking Monday.
Average gamer like 36 though, man. So
yeah, you know what? I think the average. Well, that's what I'm saying. With Microsoft, they have Sony. They have the younger audience now. They have that cool hip audience. And as far as the Xbox audience, it's more of a mature crowd. You know what I mean? People that work 9 to 5, homeowners. You know what I mean? Yada yada yada. Like I'm saying, I'm not saying you don't have any kids on the Xbox Live, but I'm just saying mostly it's more of adults and older people. You know what I mean? I don't have too many young people on my friends list or whatever the case may be. Oh, also, we need to talk about. We can touch on where we get the hell out of here. You did a video about it. I believe it was yesterday, and I also did one about EA with this.
Yeah. I wanted to talk about that on Big Gamer Small Talk, but I forgot about it. Like,
what, Crappy? You said. Go.
I was pretty quiet during that. Like, you and Tim were having this really good talk, and I just was listening.
I didn't know what they were talking about. But I've told you guys this, like that. Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo, they only get paid one time. I had a little mom and pop store back in the day, and in these stores, Best Buy, Target, Toys or whoever, Sears, don't make it that they buy the consoles from the retailer, the wholesaler. They buy them. So Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo, they send them to the warehouse or whatever the hell, and Microsoft doesn't give Toys R Us 500,000 consoles on consignment. Once you sell us that, give us our money. It doesn't go like that. They sell them to retail. You know what I mean? The PlayStation 2 was out back when I had my little store. It was $200 at the time, so I used to pay like $185 or something like that for the console. Made about $15. Now you know why, and this is why GameStop will shove that used stuff down your throat. Back in the game, games were $50. So for that, and I would pay $44 or something for. So I only make $6 a game. You know what I mean? Off each game like that you sell. So now you know why they would rather sell you a used game because that's how they make their money. But if you listen to what EA said, they said the estimated install base is 55 inside the home, 55 million, right? So Sony put out this thing that they Sony said they shipped 36 million. Just say 36 million. And people subtracted, and the balance was 19 million left. But just a month before that, they said they were with 18, 19 million active was Windows 10 devices. So if there are 19 million Xbox Ones inside the home, well, how many did they ship?
Yeah. See, and people were like, "Oh man, Crap Gamer exposed."
It's not damage control. That's just common sense.
Yeah, exactly. Look, Sony, and this is what happened, right? They were being real kind of cute with how they were saying sold into stores, and I'll admit it doesn't matter because you're getting paid either way, right? So from that aspect, yes, they have sold into stores like 36, 37 million.
Retail.
That's fine, yes, but that's not the install base. You know what I mean? Just like Microsoft may have sold in 24, 25 million Xbox Ones, but the install base is probably 20, 21 million. You know what I mean? So it's like
even better than this. Let's think about this. It's common sense. If there were 36 million PS4s inside the homes and only 19 million, how the hell is the Xbox One able to outsell the PlayStation 4 some months in software? It doesn't make sense, ladies and gentlemen. Last in December, the Xbox One sold even on software for that month. You know what I mean? Right or wrong, it did. So if it doesn't add up. We're talking about double the install, but there's no way in hell. You know what I mean? But when we use common sense like that, crap, they say that we're damage controlling. I guess people gotta. If the PlayStation 4 is not smashing the Xbox One and sell, they feel like they can't thump their chest or something. It's really not. It's like, come on, it's not. Trust me, it's not that big of a gap. Now, I didn't hear from someone, not saying anything within the know that they're well above 20 million units. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Well, I heard the same thing.
I'm not going to say I heard that from somebody within the loop.
The other thing was just how these people run with, like, the CFO from EA, he quote unquote guesses that there's 55 million. Like, since when is someone guessing of an install base, which means in homes, not shipped? How is that taken into account as fact? Like, people were just going, well, if Sony says 37.1, then we just deducted this. You know what I mean? Like, the fanboys were just running wild with that. It's like they don't have the number, and it flips them out.
Did EA release Microsoft numbers?
Yeah, it's like if they flip out if they don't have an exact. That's why I kind of like how Microsoft is doing it. Even though would it be okay I wouldn't mind knowing the number. But I just like the fact that it kind of pisses off fanboys. Kind of like how I keep my PSN trophy trophies private. I don't have
Oh,
to.
you do?
You know what I mean?
You
Yeah.
those motherfuckers alone, crap.
I don't have to. I don't have to, but I do because I think it's funny because people are like, expose, why don't you have your trophies on public? And I'm like, because it's funnier this way. You know, it pisses people off that I can do whatever I want and nobody can say shit about it because they don't know. You know what I mean? It's like I like doing it. You know, I like being kind of like that. And,
We
and
haven't done one
Microsoft
of these videos in a long time, crap. I enjoyed it. We haven't done me and you back to back with the dynamic. We haven't done one of these in a minute.
Dude, we used to do them all the time. I remember used to have me like I was on Skype.
How we going to damage control this?
Yeah, how are we going to damage control the losing NPDs right when Titanfall comes out? And I was like,
I don't really came a long way, crap. We done came a long goddamn way.
Oh, well, you know what, dude? It's funny because like I take a lot of what you had told me like originally, and I just kind of run with it, which is like don't trust anyone really.
Yeah. You know what I mean? You know what? Again, like I said, crap, you're more active in the community than I am. Like far as like, I don't be knowing shit. Like, like far as who's who, like I really there ain't some slick shit that I'll be saying. The guys on this truth. I don't know who the fuck did what, who did this. I'm always the last to know because I just don't care. When I came into this community, you know what I mean? Quote unquote, like, how should I say this? I had maybe 34. I don't know. I guess some people have a harder time, getting the audience or whatever, on YouTube or whatever, Some people got it, some people just don't. Not saying I'm the shit or anything like that. It's just that, you know what I mean? I since when I first started doing videos, I guess the who's who, we'll quote unquote on this side of the the YouTube community, I say the Crump side. Yeah. I guess rubbing elbows with them in Skype since I started doing YouTube. So when I seen Black Bond or whoever making a video about Dr. Travis, I not saying they beef, like these guys obviously don't like each other. Then them being a Skype call, everyone's in a Skype call together saying kumbaya. I'm scratching my head like, oh, what the fuck's going on here? Like, you know what I mean? Like, here bugging the fuck out, you know what I mean? If you just did an expo, like, oh, man, I'm not saying that everything is, kill life or death, but, like I said, that's the reason why, again, I don't rock out with a lot. Like I told you, be careful who you fuck with, because you motherfuckers, and again, you got to think about it like the scrap, like I told you. You don't know any of these people, honestly, you don't.
Yeah.
You didn't grow up with them. They don't have any loyalty to you, whatsoever, you know what I mean? And I'm the type of person, again, I'm not saying that you have to tell everybody your business, but I treat everybody like I would in real life. You know what I mean? Not saying I'm someone starved for attention. I have to go to the internet and have friends. No, I have friends in real life. You understand what I'm saying? So the way that I treat you is the way I would treat someone in real life, or I would want them to treat me. You know what I mean? And everyone's not like that. So like I said, you keep a small circle. You know what I mean? I'm always rock out with my subscribers, and and besides you guys, and that's about it. But say the Iron Wolves or keep an Xbox, those guys, because I keep have a very small circle. Some motherfuckers turn out to be weirdos, man. They kind of hated on us with the what do you call it? The Respawn Entertainment thing.
Yeah, that's true. Like to those that don't know, we had an interview lined up with Respawn Entertainment, and people were like, "Oh no, Crap Gamer is racist, and Next Gen hates homos, and
I hate
bags, whatever." I mean, so then they go, "We can't." And the funny thing is, I still had other ones that were lined up that wanted to do it, but to me, they weren't really fun. The only other one that I did was interviewed Seamus Blackley, the creator of Xbox. Just because,
I mean, when they make, I'm not knocking those that do that. You know what I mean? I'm just like, again, I'm just, crap. We kind of shoot from the hip and bug the. What I don't understand. We get labeled as being sometimes a dirty podcast or whatever, or kind of raunchy or whatever the case may be. But if you look at the Angry Joes and the books, they like, what the fuck? Like they're you know what I mean? They the few videos that I've seen of them, whatever, they have a potty mouth also.
They cuss, they do all kinds of stuff. I think that it's a little bit less it's a little bit less to do with that. I don't know. Like, you know what? People just don't like to see us do good. Like, I remember I won that thing from Aaron Greenberg, and people were like, Microsoft supports a racist and this and that, and Aaron Greenberg and these guys know that, anybody that's going to like message them as a Twitter egg or whatever that has no history of any of that, no tweets or anything.
No, that's what I don't understand, because again, we all bug out with this console wars fun, but you would never see me take the time to go to some. You see the one they put up yesterday with us jerking off Phil Spencer? They go to these fucking, and listen, I'm not saying anything. If you're into homosexuality or whatever, fine. If you like it, I love it. But if you're not into that type of stuff, take your time and go to those type of sites and, take crop pictures, put this one here. You would never catch me doing shit like that, or imitating. Or that's crap. That's not me. Or making fake crap gamer Twitters or next gen Twitters, like or tweeting, I don't have enough time in the day to do that shit. I don't care enough to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, what's interesting is PSN was down yesterday, and then all of a sudden we start getting harassed with these weirdo Twitter accounts again.
Shout out to Jay Williams. He just I had to, I didn't even know how to report somebody, but somebody had my Twitter handle and not me, but looking like just like my Twitter handle. Tweeting Aaron Greenberg and Phil Spencer and this, that, and the other. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with people? Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh my God, man.
Well, what's interesting is Jay Williams, who I seen him go on like some of these channels that will try to use like his copyrighted pictures that he's made for us because he makes those, right?
Yeah.
So he can actually, like anybody that uses like any of the pictures that Jay Williams creates, those are his creations. He owns them. Those are his IP, and so he can actually get their channels like shut down or whatever. So it's always like kind of interesting when people use our pictures. Hey, and there's Jay Williams in the chat box right now. What up, Jay Williams? Jay. If you guys want like really, really good graphics or whatever, like he's the one that designed mine. Yep. In fact, he just did Mamacita Classy Gamer Girls. He did like all their graphics really look phenomenal.
Who's that? Somebody know who
she's a girl. You might follow her on Twitter. She does a podcast with some girls. I'm actually going to be on there next Tuesday at 8.
You fucking male chauvinist, you bastard.
I'm not a chauvinist, but I don't know.
Be honest, you think a woman's place is in the kitchen, barefooted and bent over naked. Keep it real, man.
I think Titanfall Princess is places there.
Listen, stop it. They're gonna be saying you called it thicker than shit. Stop it.
She makes a mean sandwich. I'll just say that.
Hey, but listen, are they still going? Do you think that she's a man? Are they still saying that type of shit?
I'm sure they are, but I can 100% vouch and say she's not. So
I said that too, but I don't know. Maybe I don't know. That was just, man. This community is very toxic, man. Like that was.
She did this video. She did a video yesterday where she was cussing and she's like, yeah, like people like threaten to, they look her up, they run background checks, and that's.
Why do you care?
And she's like, yeah, it's over video games, liking.
That's the craziest shit ever. We're not talking about religion crap. We're not talking about politics. Video games. Yeah. All over. Motherfuckers were calling me a pedophile, so I was touching my child. Me and my wife was fucking my daughter in the ass. My 3-year-old, 4-year-old daughter. Like over fucking video games.
Yeah, you know what? And the funny thing is like, but people don't really think, right? Like when they say stuff like that, it's like, look, if Next Gen was really into this stuff, he'd be in jail. If you felt that way about it, you would report it or something. Something would be done, right? So I mean, look, the people that sit there, that's just something that they want to do. Did people care that I had mentioned something about rice eaters? No, they didn't care. Much worse is said than that.
They try to run this off. I'm not going.
Nobody cared about that per se. What they cared about was the fact that I'm pro Xbox and they're pro PlayStation, and we make a lot of sense. That's the point, right? Like we've managed to gather to get a little bit of a following. Like I seen somebody complaining on Twitter the other week, and he wasn't really atting me. Somebody messaged me this guy's Twitter, and he's like, this guy was complaining. So I messaged him. I was like, hey, if you're gonna talk about us, at least have the guts to add us. You know what I mean? Don't be a pussy. He's like, how can this show be so popular when all they do is hate on PlayStation? And I says, well, you obviously haven't been paying attention because we actually do a pretty decent job of being critical of Xbox as well.
Oh hell yeah!
To the point where I'm like, hey Phil, where Phil's like messaging me, you know what I mean? Like, hey man,
put a sticker in the box.
Put a sticker in the box, do a collector's edition Quantum Break, start advertising more. Like we do this all the time. I think half the time people see like you do it and I do it. We'll do a title to something of a video and people won't really watch it. They'll just run with the title. You know what I mean? And I think that's kind of unfortunate,
we crap not this. We have a good show. We have a good chemistry. But you know what I noticed too? And I'm not, saying this, but everyone named Mama has a podcast. Now you know that crap?
Yeah, I remember
first ones.
Yeah, well, we were the first ones to really kind of do it.
Yeah, we were. You know what I mean?
It was so shitty at first, but yeah, we were still out there.
Listen, my God, it was horrible. But once we found, we got. But listen, even back then, we thought we were popular. We thought we were the shit. But look at it, compare. I looked at when I older. I said, my God, this was horrible. It was like nails on a chalkboard. But everybody named Mama has a podcast, and I'm gonna be honest with you. People ask me, that's one of the hardest things to do. a podcast, because you have to be consistent. You know what I mean? You have five or six grown ass men with their own life. You know what I mean? And to commit, we're gonna be here at this time, and to do it. You know what I mean? It's like, how long have we now? With 2-3 years? How long have we been doing the show? 2 years?
Man, at least two years or so, yeah.
You know what I mean? But and that's unheard of. Like motherfuckers fall in and out of love on YouTube all the goddamn time. You know what I mean? And you know what? Even I may not feel like doing the show, but every time we do them, I enjoy doing them. You know what I mean? It's just something that I love. It's a hobby of mine. And it's always something entertaining. You're gonna get something every week. I don't give a fuck what them Tim fucking folders.
Yeah, well, you know what? I said it at the end of the show. People were like, "Man, crap, you were quiet in that one." I was like, "Well, listen, like Big Gamer Small Talk has like 4 or 5 people that can hold their own, and depending on what the subject is, we each have something that we wanted to talk about." I really spoke up a lot at the beginning because that stuff with the Let's Play pissed me off.
Yeah, but again, that's what makes us Big Gamer Small Talk. It's not my show. It's not your show. It's not. We're all, we're all. You said alpha males. You know what I mean? But I don't. Again, we're not starved. I don't mind if you want to talk. That doesn't bother me. You know what I mean? Some people, I don't get a chance to talk, and it's not about that with us. Okay, if you have something to say, like sometimes we cover a topic, it has no interest to me whatsoever. If I don't have anything to add to it, I don't have to say nothing. I don't mind being quiet for the next 20, 25 minutes. You know what I mean? I sit back and just like you guys enjoy it, listen to it. I do too. I sit back and
that's what happened on Sunday, man. I was listening to you and Tim. You and Tim were just talking, and I was like, Tim was making all the points I wanted to make. I forget what it was, but he was like Tim, like when he gets into something, you could tell like he's really passionate about it, And that's what I love about it. Like everybody, and you know what? Like, look, the haters, they try to stop us at all costs. You know what I mean? I've gotten threats. You've gotten threats.
Yeah.
Everybody's.
Juan said he was gonna have me arrested. Remember he was gonna have me arrested a while ago. Not too long ago, he was gonna have me arrested. But I didn't show something that belonged to me. He was gonna call the cops on me. What the fuck?
Yeah, and it's like those people, they all try to be relevant by talking about us because
crazy. People don't get it. You know what? They don't get that crap. You said that you hit the nail on the head there. Their channel, they're dedicated to us. They're supposed to be a gaming channel.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, when I promise you, you have my Scouts honor. You would never hear me do another. Listen, I'm here to talk about games. That's it. Who did it? I don't care. That shit doesn't I don't even watch. You know what's crazy as hell? You know it's bad because when you don't watch it, then they want to put your fucking Twitter handle in it. If anything is aggravating, it's not going to make me watch it. But I don't care what you say about me. You don't know me. You think you know anything about me. You know what I mean? And that's what they can't. I think that's what really pisses them off. Is that crap? We honestly that we don't give a flying fuck what they do, what they say. We just do us. You know what I mean?
I always tell the trolls, I'm like, bring it on, man, because they're so weak with the stuff. It's like they all come at you with like these fake names with the fake profiles and stuff. I was like, if you really got a problem or something, then just be a man about it. You know what I mean? Or come up with something at least good, because the trolls lately just really, really suck, man. If you guys want to, do something, then do it. Yeah. It's like all they do is talk. It's like video games, I mean, that's what we do. We entertain, it's fun, but all they do is talk about, oh man, I'm gonna do this and do that, and I'm like, it's like I yawn. You know what I mean? It's like, come on, think of something better to do than this. It's like we have fun with it. You get your channel back. Like these people, they hate us so much. Like they flag your stuff. You know what I mean? They thought that would stop you, but it didn't, because. Yeah, I mean, you're going to be back. You're going to have the live stuff. You got a lot of content. I know we were talking about it off air. You've got a lot of content planned and things like that. So I mean, that's cool. You like BGST will be back on there. Not only that, the time you were down, Mooch's channel really became popular. Yes.
Mooch is like I said, Mooch was a fucking diamond in the rough, man. I was avoiding that guy like the Black Plague, man. Who the fuck is this guy? You know what I mean?
Well, we all thought he was like some kind of weirdo,
Like I said, I'm very leery to who I fuck with, man. You know what I mean? Like I am, man. Like you said, I don't trust me. I am very, but Mooch is my dude, man. Mooch is funny as fuck. And those fucking analogies of his. Where the fuck Mooch be getting that shit from? Mooch is an old soul for real. Like somebody's grandfather. Like, he be fucking with that shit, man. Mooch is funny as fuck. That's what I'm talking about with this show. Everybody has their favorite. Everyone has their, who they tune in to watching. It's there's nothing wrong with it. Like I said, love is love, man. You know what I mean?
I think that's awesome. Hey, you know what's cool is, and I know you got to go here in a few, but I was on I'm on N4G, and I actually see an article called "The Let's Play Debacle with Sony Shows How to Touch."
It's on there now.
Yeah, it's on there now. It says the Let's Play debacle with Sony shows how out of touch they are with the gaming community. So it's nice to actually see someone actually step up. And then another article on there is called "With PSN's Recent Issues, How Much Downtime is Too Much?" So I think that it is starting to come about that people are starting to realize, you can only go, there's not really a problem for so long. You know what I mean? Obviously, there's good,
maintenance.
Or maintenance. Like this is the thing. Like,
if you're gonna have meetings, let people know ahead of time. You're gonna have. I remember I can count on one hand. On one hand, a couple of fingers, the times that Microsoft they were announced ahead of time, even 2 weeks through. Xbox Live is going to be down from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. You're going to be tweaking. You know what I mean, that's how you schedule maintenance. When they did it a few times in the Xbox 360 back in the day when they changed the UI and all that stuff. It was crazy. That's one thing I can take my head off to Microsoft. Remember, we used to get the updates with the 360. They always gave us something. It was like when we get the update once a year around, like fall, like in November, or whatever. And they first, remember we had the little room, the arcade room, our own little arcade. Invite you. That was, why don't you bring that shit back? We need to get that back. Remember we had the arcade room. You can have, have your old classic arcade games. You can have a party inside your room and shit. Playing a little, game stuff. I don't know why they ditched that, but that was kind of cool, man. PlayStation had PlayStation Home, which I never used, but you had.
I used it. I pretended to be a girl, and then you had all the weirdos follow you. Yeah.
Oh my God! That's something I've never done. I don't, no. Anyway, that was something that Microsoft had. But we would get the updates, and they will let you. That's how you schedule. They will let you know the Xbox Live is going to be down from such and such to such and such. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how you schedule it. But every time Sony should go down, whatever. Oh, maintenance. Come on, it's not maintenance. You got this shitty. Hey, crap. Before I get done, riddle me this. Why is it okay? And it's something that I've said. Probably most likely you also from the beginning. Why am I playing for PlayStation now? Well, network. Why am I playing for it?
I'm not, but I don't know
why. But the reason why I say that, and I want you guys to listen. You know what I mean? It's not that I have a problem paying for it because I've been paying for Xbox Live for years. It doesn't bother me. Second nature. It's nothing. You know what I mean? But you're asking me to pay for something that's free on the PlayStation 3 on the Vita, and it's the same network. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Literally, it's the same. When one goes down, they all go down. It's the same network. Why do I have to pay for it on the PlayStation 4 when it's free on the PlayStation 3 and it's free on the Vita? Well, you said, to give us better, and there's not. It's the same exact service, same shitty shit. You know what I mean? That should be the $1 million question right there. No one, you know what I mean? Like people, if you want your favorite company to do better, you have to speak up.
Yeah, exactly. If you sit there and ignore the problem,
Xbox Live goes down. I'm not saying that who goes down. Yeah. I'm asking you why the fuck do I have to pay for one and not the other? What's so special? What's the difference?
Yeah, I don't know. Here's the difference. Like I tweeted out yesterday because obviously with PSN going down the last day of the Division beta, that might sway people to get the Xbox version if they have both, as well it should, because when you're looking into a game to get, if you own both platforms, which console to get it on, I would say that like a thing about resolution would be the least thing. Like I would be taking into account, is this an online game? If so, Xbox. Is this a shooter? If so, Xbox. Because obviously the Pro controller, even the standard Xbox One controller, shits all over the PS4 controller. Yeah, all day. That's all day. It shits on the PS4 controller. So that's what I would say. But as far as like the PS4, I don't hate it. I know you don't. We all own it. Everyone at BGST owns it. Yes. I think we all own a very few games for it. Like I buy exclusives for it. Just for the
exclusives, just for the exclusive. All my multi-plats and all that stuff I get on the Xbox One.
Because I play a lot of stuff online. So this, my Battlefronts, my
friends are there. First of all, my friends are there. Most importantly, like I said, I enjoy the community more. The better controller, Xbox Live, the multitasking. I love. You know what I mean? Like look, how many of you guys watch our podcast and have it snap and be gaming? We get the pictures all the time. Well, that thing's the dopest shit.
Yeah, they tweet us. They're like,
wouldn't you love to be on your PlayStation 4, listen to us, and sit back and be playing your game at the same time? Like that's dope shit.
Yeah, I think it's cool. Like when people or when they tweet us the shirts or whatever, they're like, "Hey, crap, man, I got that shirt where you're pissing on a PS4. That's awesome." You know what I mean?
Some awesome supporters, man. I real talk.
We do, and what's interesting is like we have a really good. That's why like I think once your channel is able to do these again, the afternoon, I might do them in the afternoon a little bit more too. Just like I would love for Showstopper whenever his ass gets back to do some of them.
Well, he should be out in jail in 2 weeks or so.
Yeah,
I think he happened on Twitter yesterday though, or someone said. But anyway, shout out to
he was liking your videos or something, and those show up in his feed. But what's interesting is we actually have a good following from like UK and Brazil, because apparently Brazil and as well as a big Xbox following. There's a guy that follows me on Twitter. I think his name is Henrique. He couldn't get the shirt that we have because he lives in Brazil, but he had that design put on a shirt there, wore it to a damn Xbox event in Brazil, and and like took pictures. It was so funny. It was awesome.
So that company didn't ship to Brazil?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, wow, man. So, you know what? Maybe I'll buy him a shirt and send it to him. Me, Jersey. Reach out to him. That's dope. That's what you call support, man. We appreciate that, man.
Yeah, like you would be surprised at like the amount of support and stuff we get. And you know what's sick that's happening lately, Next Gen, and I'll talk about this a little bit on air, is I get a message from somebody on the messages on YouTube, and sometimes on my Crap Gamer Reviews channel. I think it's Fevens, but somebody is pretending to be me with a Gmail account and trying to get download codes to review these games, right?
You think
to make me? I think it might be Jonathan Fevens. You know that guy that. That Crap Gamer Logic dude.
I don't know who the fuck is that. Somebody was in person in Crap Gamer Logic. Who the hell was that?
Yeah, it's that dude that I made fun of like 8 years ago.
Oh, that guy. Oh my god, yeah.
But see, so somebody messaged me and they go, "You want a download code? I want to confirm that you asked for a download code for the game The Witness on PS4." I told that person, I said, "It's obviously somebody's fake." I said, "I wouldn't take a download code for that game to review it for." You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, you know what's crazy? We also got no one's talking about that game was 900p, right? And no one's talking about that, right? That guy.
Yeah. We can't talk about that or Battlefront or UFC or any of the 900p games on.
Oh, UFC is 900p now too.
Oh, yeah, it's been on there. Actually, you know, it's interesting. I was like, apparently, Elder Scrolls Online to get a DX12 upgrade on Xbox One.
Oh, when?
I don't know. I just saw this thing on.
Well, listen, guys, look out for this again. GBC is in March, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and I know the Microsoft's gonna have a big presence there. You know, but certain things, especially the X12. And the first game that not the first, but it may be the first. I don't know. That they're going to patch is going to be Just Cause. What's Just Cause resolution on the Xbox One? Is it 900?
I think it was 900.
Okay. That would be interesting if it bumps it up to 1080p and stuff. That's going to be real, and they can go back and patch all the older games. That'd be a huge win-win for them. You know what I mean? For those that didn't really care that much about resolution and stuff like that, you know, it doesn't bother me. But you know, if they can go back and some of those games that might have been 900p, they can get that extra few frames up or a few pixels up to 1080p or whatever the case may be. That'd be huge, man. And you take that away now, then we can go back to talking about games. If that door closed, my God, then we go back and talk about games. We can debate who got that's your opinion, who has the better console, and you can tell me the Atari Jaguar is better than the Xbox One. And listen, that is your opinion. Yeah. But last generation, you guys said the PS3 was better than the Xbox 360 because it had more exclusives. Am I right or am I wrong? We didn't talk about resolution because there's no secret the 360 ran games, especially much better. 90% of the PS3 games were 540p and they were upscaled to, no one talked about that, which is I think is crazy. But I guess every generation something's different. And it was crazy that because Sony was the one again talking about 1080p, 120 frames per second. Remember that shit right there?
Well, yeah. Well, with the PS3, right, which never hit any of that
120 frames per second. They said the system is so advanced, the TVs that are in the market, they can't keep up with it. You know what I mean? You won't have a TV in the market for at least 2 to 3 years. Jesus Christ. Sony, they can sell some fucking ice in Alaska, right?
Hey, Next Gen, real quick, let me ask you something. Do you think that this generation at all, there'll come a time where the media as a whole and gamers as a whole will just get over the whole Xbox One reveal and just get over it?
I think, again, that's not going to go away, honestly, until if Microsoft, the biggest thing, again, is the resolution. And I don't hear too many people really talk about the DRM too much anymore. But, maybe they hate may have stemmed for that. But every time Microsoft gets a game that's 900p, even when it's not, look what they were saying about, what's that one shitty website that does the clickbait, Gaming Boat. No, the division is 900p on the. We're getting word, and the division is 900p on the Xbox One, and it's really 1080p. You know what I mean?
Well, hey, did you just hear this? Digital Foundry retested the division because apparently one test wasn't enough, and now they say it's dynamic resolution.
On the PlayStation on the
Xbox One, they're saying that it's like mostly it's 1080p, but it'll change sometimes. To slightly less. So yeah, like this is the funniest thing, and this is breaking news, right? It was 1080p according to a couple different sites, because Digital Foundry isn't the only one that does this, right? Originally, this other site took the live shot feed and then counted the pixels off of that, and it was 1080p. Then another site ran it and said 1080p. Digital Foundry ran it, confirmed 1080p. Now they reran it and said, well, hold on, it was dynamic here or here. You know what I mean? Like here or there. So it's like, if you guys don't think that there's an agenda against Xbox, there was a video that I was planning on doing, and I probably still will. This ICO Partners place, right? They counted up all the articles about Xbox brand and PlayStation brand. There was double
basically 2 to 1.
Yeah, basically 2 to 1 the amount of PlayStation articles as opposed to Xbox. And just speaking of games, there was more articles about Bloodborne than Halo 5, which is absolutely ridiculous in my opinion. And especially if you look at, like let's say PlayStation didn't have any games or exclusives come out in like September, October, November, December, right? But here's like September, right, which is when Forza 6 released for Xbox. 51,000 plus articles on PlayStation, 34,000 Xbox. October, 50,000 plus PlayStation, 34,000 Xbox. November, 46,000 PlayStation, 32,000 Xbox. December, almost 50,000 to 27,000 for Xbox. I mean, that's disparity right there. I mean, when you're looking at almost a 2 to 1 in favor, and I get that there's more PS4s in the world, but this isn't helping. You know what I mean? It's not helping the situation.
It's called clickbait, bullshit journal. They get on us for the propaganda. And they get on us about what we do, the fanboy. It's not us, it's the goddamn media crap. Like, come on, stop it. You can only get about us, what our titles of our videos, whatever the case may be. But it's okay when you make those, when IGN or the Kotakus make those same type of articles, titles, but spinning, bashing the Xbox One. They don't, but we can.
It's fun to do that. Look, Boogie and Angry Joe and all these guys made a living off that. If they were to suddenly love the Xbox One, they would lose a lot of subs and a lot of views because people like to hate on it. You know what I mean? But that day and age is quickly coming to an end. Like, it's not nearly as evident as it used to be. Like, I remember when I first stumbled onto your channel, you would have like so many dislikes,
5,000 dislikes. And
John Doe.
Shut up, John Doe.
It's your boy John Doe.
It's your boy John Doe.
I don't hook up my Connect because it spies on you.
I want to talk with my friends on the 360. Remember that? Oh shit! Hey, crap! I gotta go, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry, I gotta go.
All right, man. Hey, thanks for helping me out, dude.
Listen, thank you guys, man, for rocking out with us, man. I'll be doing the video as soon as I get back in the house, man.
Heck yeah, man. Thanks. Take it easy, next gen. And bang, bang. And anyway, hey, man, I appreciate all you guys. Do you have any questions, man? I'll answer some questions real quick in the podcast if you guys have any. You know what I mean? I'm on the chat box. I'm looking for questions. Let's see what you guys got. Anything interesting or relevant? No trolling or anything. Just real quick because I haven't done questions in a while. If you guys wouldn't mind, let's see what you guys got. Let's see what you guys got. Where's the question, people? How much do I love Titanfall Princess? Titanfall Princess is awesome. She's thicker than a Snicker, and she's good at Killer Instinct. But I beat her 3 games to 2. So yeah, I'm gonna retire with that record. Let's see. Do you think Persona 5 could come to Xbox? No, I don't think they'll bother with it. Am I picking up Gravity Rush Remastered for PS4? No. You know what? I looked at the videos of it. The art style looks very Japanese to me. Maybe like a game that I wouldn't. Maybe if it's on sale or something, I might pick it up. It's only $30, but I don't know. Maybe when it's like 20 or something, I might grab it just to see what it's about. Crap. What do you think about the Elite headset? I haven't heard anything about it. What would you like to see different, added new features to Xbox One Slim model? I I don't know, maybe just the ability to stand on its side like the 360 did. Let's see. Out of Phantom Dust, Jet Force, Gemini Fragments, and Young Conquer, which ones do you think could drop this year? I think possibly we might get a Phantom Dust or Young Conquer because they're going to do a kind of tribute to Rare. I think it's their 30th or 35th anniversary, something like that. So, nope, I'm not interested in Cobalt. I don't hate all Japanese games. I actually like some. I'd be willing to give Gravity Rush a chance, but I don't want to pay $30 for it. Super Bowl predictions. I'm going for the Broncos. I want Peyton Manning to retire. Let's see. Think what else we got here? Is it guaranteed that Hitman will use DX12 for Xbox One? They've said it will. So I think that that might be cool. Can the PC run Crackdown? I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure. Any chance of BGST on iTunes? I don't know. I don't know about that. We kind of like the exclusivity of people coming here to watch us. And plus that, have you guys heard some of the mic problems that Next Gen has or whatever? Like some of the quality isn't as good as what you would want for that type of situation. Like I got my dog barking in the background right now. So how do I keep my beard so perfectly groomed? I got this beard groomer for Christmas, and it's it does a really good job, Jay Williams. So yeah. Let's see. Any chance? Blah blah blah. Super Bowl predictions. Like I said, I'm going for Peyton Manning and the Broncos. I really don't have a dog in the fight, but I've always liked Peyton Manning, and I would like to see him just retire on top. Did you ever play Star Wars Pod Racer on N64? I think a new version of that would be insane. I actually played it on Dreamcast and N64. I bought the N64 version, the N64 that was like the Star Wars version. It came with the game and everything. It was really cool. Let's see. You were just talking about how you pay for. I don't pay for PS4 Online. I pay for Xbox Live. But I'm not a PC gamer, so they don't have all the games and stuff and features, and they don't get the free games and stuff that we get as a console gamer. Let's see. When do you think the new DLC for Black Ops 3 will come next month to Xbox and PC? I don't know. It's like a 30-day thing, right? So I would assume that. Do you think Titanfall 2 will use DX12? Probably not, because it's most likely going to be multi-platform. Where can I buy a pissing on PS4 shirt? Dude, check in the description. There's a link. It's a Redbubble link. It's like that has that shirt. You can get it in a shirt, a hoodie, whatever you want. I got nothing against Carolina Panthers, man. I like Cam Newton. Let's see. Man, Crap doing a solo podcast. That's right, man. I'm compelling. I can do it all. Crap, do you think Sony will start to care about gamers and give us some games? That's a trick question. You know what? I would love for Sony to do some games. I'm getting Uncharted 4. I'll get Horizon Zero Dawn if that launches this year. I'm not really into Street Fighter, so that's not something I'm going to get. I'm not into Last Guardian, so even if that comes out, I have no intentions of getting that. I like God of War, so if they come out with a new one of those, I'll definitely get that. Crap, can you make a physical collection game disc? You know what? I need a good video camera to do that. I've always wanted to do like one of my collection, but I just need to get a good camera with, and get some lighting and things like that. Because I do have a lot of interesting things to show off. So let's see. JTech debate podcast. I don't do debates, guys. That's not my thing. I talk about games and give my opinion and stuff like that. But I think debates are kind of pointless because at the end of the day, no matter who I debate, right? My guys and my fans are going to be like, man, Crap Gamer really, really kicked the crap out of that guy in the debate, right? And then his fans or whoever it may be are going to be like, man, that guy really owned Crap Gamer. So realistically, it just goes down to opinion. And I think that that's basically why debates are kind of stupid, especially about video games, because it's just opinion anyway for the most part. I remember watching a debate that Next Gen had with some PlayStation dude who will remain nameless, and the guy said PlayStation was better because sales, and at that point I turned it off because I just couldn't watch it anymore. Titanfall Princess Nancy says, do you play any instruments? Yes, I do. Guitar, bass, a little bit of piano, some things like that. What did I think of The Division? I think The Division was really good. It's going to be better on Xbox, obviously, because of Xbox Live. Am I ready for the next console, or is this gen have a chance? We're still years away from the next console cycle, so I think we've got a way to go on that. So it's not like you guys don't have to buy Xboxes, PlayStations, whatever. You know what I mean? Let's see. What are some of the games with easy achievements? Oh, this game called Roblox. Right now, it's a free-to-play game on Xbox One. Super easy achievements. You just take about 15 minutes to get like 400 or 500, and then you have to log in every day for a certain amount of time to get the rest. But that's really easy. Any of the Telltale games, the Borderlands, Tales from the Borderlands, Walking Dead Season 1 and 2, those are all 1,000 just by beating them. So those are all really easy. Do you get people that recognize you in real life? Not really. Let's see. Will Mooch do more Mooch minutes? Mooch is a busy guy, man. He's, my Robin Quivers. So he does what he can, man. He's got like that family and a lot of stuff going on. So he does really great content. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of Showstoppers, of Next Gen, of Mooch, of Tim. I'm a fan of everybody that I podcast with. You know what I mean? Nancy, Iron Wolf, Blazing Phoenix. Although Blazing Phoenix seemed to fall off the face of the earth lately. Blackie Lebowski, I wouldn't do podcasts with people if I wasn't a fan of them, so I'm a fan of, there's like new people like Wrath who does really good content and stuff like that. Jay Williams pays $25 for Xbox Live because he's a cheap bastard. I hear you, dude. What do you think about EA taking access to PC? I think it's great. I wish it was on PS4 because then I'd have a bunch of games that I could get some easy trophies for, like games that I know I'd like. I think everybody should have it. I think it's unfortunate that Sony made that decision for everybody that you don't want it. And I think that's pretty unfortunate in my opinion. Do you think after this gen is over, the X1 will be looked back as having a great lineup, sadly ignored, shunned because of the console it was on, like the Saturn? I think that could be the case. You look at some people right now, a lot of people talk bad or think bad about the Xbox One, but they love the games. That's the thing. They love the games. They petition for the games. They want the games to come to other platforms. But what's the deal with not liking the Xbox One? If you like its games and its controllers and this and that, then why not the console itself? Just, to me, that just sounds stupid. When do you think we'll see more footage of Quantum Break? It's right around the corner, and it's quiet. Well, they just launched a new ad campaign for it, so I think that's we're going to see a lot more from that. And February 25th, we're going to see a big event that's basically going to be a big Quantum Break event. Was I a PS1, PS2 fanboy? I wasn't a fanboy. I've always had all the consoles. I like the PS1 in particular. That was the first like real 3D type console. So I really liked that. The PS2, you know what? I loved my Dreamcast at the time. I was real happy with that. The PS2, when it launched, didn't have many games that I liked. So I think that I was a little bit disillusioned with that. And then Xbox came out, and I played Halo and KOTOR, and it was a wrap. I was an Xbox fan ever since then. Let's see. This person says Titanfall Princess sucks at KI. I was destroying her on her live stream. Well, she's better than me. So, are you going to do a review on Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2? Absolutely. I love the first one. I reviewed the first one. I'm going to definitely review the second one. I'm excited for it. I love the beta. What is the most you'd spend on buying the Nintendo X on day one? $299. It depends on what it can do. If it doesn't have achievement system or a competent online system with some voice chat and some compelling software, then I won't buy it. Let's see. The Division comparison looked good on both consoles, yet ponies are now saying the Xbox is using brightness to cover it up. You know what? 3 out of 4 places said 1080p, that they look exactly the same. Then Digital Foundry went and retested and dynamic resolution, whatever. Play the damn game on whatever you want, What are the upcoming themed Xbox consoles? I don't know. I would assume that we're going to see a Gears 4 one for sure. Let's see here. Did you like the Division will do well supported with? Yeah, I love the Division. I thought it was awesome. Oh, crap, we should play Gears. Man, I play Gears. You know what? My friends have been playing a lot of Smite lately. I know that sounds lame, but yeah. Why do you prefer Killer Instinct over Street Fighter? You know why? Because I'm not necessarily the type of person that plays against people a lot online with fighting games. Killer Instinct for me had really cool characters that I remember growing up, but you can get a lot of achievements and gamer score just by playing like the survival modes or the story modes and things like that. And most other fighting games require you to do a bunch of bullshit as far as to get the achievements. So I wasn't really a fan of that. Let's see. Do you believe the media and select YouTube personalities will fully come around if Sony botches the launch of PlayStation VR? No. The reason why is because one their hand scratches another or whatever, so the same people that hated Connect and called it a gimmick aren't going to do that with this. They're gonna say, hey, it's an amazing experience, and they're not going to say that it's casual or anything like that. So they're going to have full support. Just watch what I'm telling you. Jay Williams, your daughter loves Roblox on PC. Well, it's made for younger people, so let's see. Yes, I am like the Plow King. Crap, who did my intro? I went to a site and it was pre-made or whatever, and then I just added in my picture and stuff. Let's see. How can I join BGST podcast? We don't do guests on BGST because they can't hang with us, to be honest with you. We've brought in guests before, and they've always had kind of problems. No one wanted to jump in. You got to double dutch in. You can't just like sit there. You got to be compelling and bring something to the table. So, do you ever create game content in games to support that feature? I don't know the question. You play either the HD remakes of Resident Evil and Zero. I haven't played them yet. I downloaded the first one, but not the second one. Not Zero yet. Let's see. Oh, okay. Someone says, for one thing, Street Fighter has like 10 Shoto clones, while every KI character... You know what? I'll agree with that. Every KI character plays differently, and so I do like that. Am I a fan of any PlayStation YouTuber? I don't really... You know what? I'm not a big PlayStation guy, so I don't really... I don't watch what I don't like. So, I will watch things that have PlayStation in it. Like if Watch Mojo or something does a top 10 PlayStation games thing, I'll watch that. Or if IGN or something does like a top 5 PS1 games or PS3 games, then I'll watch those. I have no problem with that. Am I still playing Halo 5? Actually, I'm replaying through the Master Chief Collection. I'm currently on Halo 2 Anniversary. I'll have to check out the pod racing map. Let's see. I see Mooch as your Sal, an Italian fan who eventually got on the show. He could be, man. Mooch is the man, man. Me and him are tight. Let's see. Oh, you guys, who was it? The rated guy or whatever who thought that PS4 was better because of sales. Let's see here. Do you think you'll make it to E3 this year? Absolutely. Absolutely. Have you been gaming on your new PC at all? No, I'm not gaming. This PC, although it could game probably at comparable to pretty much could do 1080p 60 on everything. It's strictly for me to capture footage, to do videos and things like that. And hopefully the quality has come out for you guys. I think it's still getting better. I'm still recording a lot of new footage. And actually I've been kind of... what I do is I do creative meetings with myself. I know that sounds funny. I do creative meetings and I'll write down topics or things that I could talk about or games that I could let's play or do whatever. Like I'm past the point on YouTube where I really worry about, hey, is this video going to get such and such a views? Or is this video going to do what? I don't even look at views anymore. I don't look at subscribers or anything like that. When I hit 20,000, people messaged me. I had no idea. When I hit 5 million views overall, somebody messaged me and told me. I have no idea about that. I just do it for the fun. People that think you get paid a lot for this, not me. Maybe if you're Boogie or Angry Joe, you do. For me, it's like enough to get a couple games or whatever a month, maybe some games that I wouldn't normally buy. I can take a chance, and I think that that's cool. This gen is not going to last 10 years. Obviously, it's not. They might support these consoles for 10 years. But it's not going to last like without new ones coming out that long. Let's see. I don't have to pay blah, blah, blah. DayZ coming to game preview program. They say it's supposed to come sometime to the preview program. I'm not really a fan of that, but hopefully it does come because I know a lot of you guys are looking for DayZ. Let's see. What's your thoughts on the Friday the 13th game? I love online multiplayer games. We used to play what the hell, Michael Myers on Call of Duty 4 on Xbox 360, where everybody's like on the same team. You turn team damage on or whatever. One person is Michael Myers, and you can only knife, and he has to chase the other people. Like, we used to love that. I love that they're kind of taking that and expanding it, and I'm really looking forward to it. Let's see. I just made a gear montage for BGST. Hey, we appreciate it. The $40 version of Killer Instinct already has more characters than Street Fighter V at launch. You know, like, I played Street Fighter on the Genesis back in the day, and I liked it, but there's been so many of them in super ultra versions and whatever, and just, I don't know, like, I just can't really get into them anymore. Street Fighter V has a story single player crap. It does, but it's not launched until June. Like, the game comes out in February or March, but the story mode doesn't come out until June. Why does PS4 not have any 1080p 60 frames per second AAA exclusives? Dude, I don't know, man. Maybe some of those remakes do. I'm not sure. Will you guys check out the Sony booth at E3? I would assume so. Do you honestly think Microsoft and Sony will ever break the bank on hardware ever again after losing so much money on the PS3 360 era? I don't know. I think Microsoft will. Just look at like the Surface. When you invest and you have a really high quality product, it does well. They're making a ton of money on that. So I think that they take that lesson and put it into the next Xbox. Let's see. I'll play you next time you're on and show you. Let's see. Yeah, IGN was talking up VR and down talking Connect. Exactly. That's how it is. You'll see how the narrative is. It's not tinfoil hats, people. They push it. Any games you recommend to buy? Yeah, man, there's always games to buy. You know, Batman Arkham Knight. Battlefront is good if you like multiplayer games. Forza 6 if you like racing games. Killer Instinct is a great fighting game. Sunset Overdrive, Dead Rising. I think Rise, Son of Rome is on sale right now on Xbox One. If you haven't played it, it's can be a little bit repetitive or whatever, and it's a short game, but it's gorgeous and it's got a great story and it's fun. So, let's see. What do you think about Sony's moving to California? Kind of shady. What kind of big announcements do we think will be shown at the February 25th event? I think we'll see. We'll see Quantum Break. We might see one or two of big announcements. I don't know what they'll be yet. Maybe some gameplay footage for a game that's been announced already. And we might see maybe that Conquer game or something be announced. I hope so. Let's see. Yeah, Titanfall Princess is doing a good job in the podcast. She gets real nervous, but she's really come a long way and kind of doing her thing with the podcast now. Titanfall Princess is nice at KI. Yes, she is. Hooray for bread. Will you punch Angry Joe at E3 for me? You know, I'm not going to go to scrap anybody, man. I'm going to enjoy games and have fun and see what's going to be coming out. That's pretty much it. Did I see the new Friday the 13th game trailer? Yes, I did. It's pretty awesome. For the Xbox event on the 25th, Quantum Break, KI, Season 3, Cuphead, Everspace, and Recore. Well, maybe. Do you think Ghost Recon Woodlands will have a beta? I didn't even hear about that game, so maybe. I don't know. I'm not a Ghost Recon guy. What will the next major update be for Xbox interface? Well, preview members just got one where we have the leaderboards and things like that back, so we'll see. I think it's ridiculous that people judge a console off sales. I agree. You know, is crap thicker than a sticker? Thicker than probably 100 Snickers. So, and there's probably some Snickers in there somewhere. Let's see. Crap. Is it not true that you are in fact good at games and not crap at games? The whole reason behind the name Crap Gamer was because I thought it was funny. Like back in the day, you kick somebody's ass on a game, and they're like, man, they really feel bad about themselves because they got beat by someone who calls themselves a crap gamer, right? Like imagine that. beat by someone who's a crap gamer, that's not looking good on you. So I always thought it was funny, but I also thought it was funny because if I do get beat, then I live up to the name of a crap gamer. You know, oh, well, we beat him, but what can you say? You can't talk shit because I'm calling myself crap. You know, so I think it depends. I'm good at some games, not good at others. You know, it just depends. You know. Let's see. Crap is good at Gears. He beat all his games. Yeah, I did beat all the Gears. I love Gears. I have a Gears tattoo. At E3, will you give Yoshida a Crap Gamer P's on PS4 shirt? That is a very good idea. Maybe I can get him to hold it up or something. It would be hilarious, don't you think? Uncharted does not look better than Quantum Break. I'll agree with that. The main thing that I agree with that, Uncharted looks good, but for me, Quantum Break just is a new game. You know, it's a new IP. It's pushing boundaries, and so I like that. What's your thoughts on the Division having dynamic resolution? I don't think that that's 100% accurate since 3 places, including Digital Foundry themselves, did it, and it's just a beta. I'll just leave it at that. And you still have all the optimization to do. Like you only do that like 2-3 weeks before launch. So I think that we'll probably see it on par. And then just play it. Like every place that reviewed it said they look pretty much exactly the same. So I would say the bigger issue would be if you're going to buy that game and you own both consoles, which online network do you trust better? You know, which one do you trust? You know, PSN was down yesterday for the last day of the beta. Xbox Live was up. Has IGN blocked you on Twitter yet? They didn't block me. They responded with a snarky little GIF when I had mentioned it. Let's see. Why is PS4 so terrible? I don't think it's terrible. They just need some games. Let's see. Quantum Break looks like plastic. I don't agree with that. I think it looks great. Would you guys ever interview Ryan from IGN? Not gang up on him, but kind of call him out on why he's so far up Yoshida's ass. You know what? I think like TIC podcast is interviewing him. I don't know if I could because the guy kind of disgusts me. Yeah, what are my thoughts on Sony Benz and Sucker Punch unannounced PS4 games? I think the Sucker Punch game is just going to be an Infamous, and Sony Benz, I don't know. Let's see here. Wii U, they just discovered that with DX12, all current changes will run at 4K 90. Oh my God, okay. Do more afternoon shows. Punch Joe, and you'll be Scrap Gamer. Let's see. Why is your Xbox on all the time? Because it can be, man. I leave it on all the time, man. It's always on. I just, you know. Let's see. I'd love to see Crap and Mooch interview Ryan McCafferty. Oh man, that would be kind of funny. So, let's see. Just subbed. Please can have a shout out. CHXW. All right, bro. What up? Would I eat sushi with Yoshida? No, I don't like raw fish. Elite Blades. What up, bro? Rupert Max. Sad mood. Jay Long. Why do Sony fans think niche game, AA games, can be compared to Quantum Break? Because they push those boundaries, dude. They push those goalposts back. Why do I think Asians have weird eyes? I never said that they did. I think everybody has different eyes. Just keep doing what you're doing. Revan, Flashman, appreciate it. Am I excited for The Walking Dead Michonne by Telltale? Yeah, because that'll be another easy 1,000 gamer score, and those games have really good narratives. And this is the thing, like, well, people will bring up the Telltale games, which I really like because they're really good stories, and even though they're not heavy on the gameplay, why I like those over a game like Until Dawn. Those Walking Dead games are really well written, really good acting. And they're not full price. You know, you buy $20 get you the whole thing, whereas Until Dawn was like a $60 thing. And maybe one day I'll get to play that. I hope, just so I can give my my 411 on it. Am I going to be doing any gaming in this stream? No, I don't really stream because my internet upload speed isn't that good. The Fine Brothers lose 300,000 subs. Greedy bad. You know, yeah, I think that you shouldn't be able to trademark or even attempt to trademark words. I think that's ridiculous. And this goes on to say with why I have a problem with what Sony was doing to begin with. I think that anybody that tries to do that should not shouldn't be able to. And I'm glad that Sony got denied, and hopefully they're denied as well. Public domain is public domain. So, do you watch the weekly Xbox streams? I do sometimes. Let's see. What do we got here? Will I ever guest on BG's Weapon Wheel podcast? I've never seen that show, so I don't. I'm going to say no, just because those guys have, from what I understand, the people that are in that podcast have all basically kind of taken a dump on all Xbox fans. You know, all Xbox owners, and in particular, they've kind of said some really untrue things about like next gen and myself. So definitely no. What do I think about the Order 1886 developers going multi-plat and cutting ties with Sony? I think I'd like to see what they would do. You know, maybe spend a little less time on graphics and make a game that's fun and has a good story and has gameplay. What's my favorite game of all time? I don't know. Halo or Gears would be up there. Let's see. You think more people will start to see through the gaming media bullshit anytime you call them out? You're either calling an Xbox or a Gamergator. You know what? I would hope that people are finally starting to see some of the stuff that goes on behind the scenes. Obviously, when you have the sites running 2-1 in favor of PlayStation articles, or you have 2-1 or higher coverage of a game like Bloodborne, which is very niche, as opposed to Halo 5, I think that there's a pretty obvious problem. Crap, how do Fine Bros get more shit even though Sony tried to trademark Let's Play? I don't see anyone saying anything. It's suspicious. It's damn suspicious. Just look at the people. Let me ask you guys this, to the people that don't know. Sony tried to trademark Let's Play. It was for streaming your games online or YouTube or whatever. Everybody does Let's Plays, right? I've done them. Everybody has. So nobody's talking about this. Now, let me ask you guys this. If Microsoft had been not denied the Let's Play trademark, how many people, Boogie, Angry Joe, Greg Miller, how many people would have said something? Everybody would have said something, you know, but nobody says anything when Sony does it. Let's see. Hey, crap, does the hate on the internet sometimes get to you? Absolutely not. There might have been a time where it would bug me a little bit. But Next Gen kind of helped me out with this, right? He goes, this is what you got to do, crap. He goes, remember that these people are all just strangers. They don't know you. You don't know them. So don't worry about what they say about you because they don't know you. And that's 100% true. You know, and that's kind of what I've taken. I've given that advice to other YouTubers like Mooch and Nancy, Titanfall Princess, like, hey, you know, don't worry about, people are going to try to do things, say things, harass you, threaten you, but they're not going to do anything because they're pussies. And, you know, it's anybody can say anything on the internet because they're anonymous. And so I think that that gives them a certain shield, and these people would never say this stuff in person, and that's just how I kind of live my life. Hey, crap, do you like cosplay? You know what? I like the Comic-Con stuff and stuff like that. I've never done anything. I'm a big guy, so there's not many people that I could dress up like. You know, maybe Porkins from Star Wars. Let's see. Sounds like it. Yeah, dude. Next Gen gives me really good advice. I don't always listen. He told me not to get a PS4. He said it was going to be nothing but trouble, and he's been pretty much right on the money with that. Let's see. Oh, Top Gunna. Hey, you're crazy, dude. Why am I by myself doing this podcast? I'm not, man. Next Gen was in here for most of it, and then he had to take off to pick up his daughter. And so I'm just answering some questions. I haven't done a question Q&A in a while. I hit 20,000 subs. I figure it'd be nice to talk to the people in the chat box. What do you think about indies getting love and appreciation while AAA games receiving hate with microtransactions and stuff? I hate that there's microtransactions in AAA games. But I equally hate the fact that indies get so much, you know, so much praise. You know, to me, those games can play on, you know, last generation consoles or even before that. So why buy new consoles if you're just going to be playing, you know, old games that look kind of bad? Let's see. What do we got here? Which is better, fried chicken or sushi? Baked chicken. I don't eat sushi and fried foods. I like baked chicken. Who would I rather punch in the face, Greg Miller or Yoshida? Greg Miller. Let's see. Why do people hate Greg Miller? He's a nice dude. He just rubs me the wrong way, man. I don't like him. Just some people you just don't like. I would not be gonna go threaten him or kick his ass or anything, but I don't like the guy. So if I hate microtransactions, do I hate the rec system? I think that they did that to build up for the championship, right? Isn't there like $2 million in that or whatever? Yeah, like the microtransactions that I don't like are like the ones in like say Assassin's Creed Syndicate. I love that game, but the fact that the fact that they make you use the look for chest after chest to get supplies and build and craft things is very time consuming. And then they sell you this stuff for like $20 a clip or whatever, but you already paid $60 for the game. So to me, I think that's a bit of a ripoff. Will I ever date Titanfall Princess? Who says I'm not? I'll just leave it at that. Let's see. Registered for E3 yet? Absolutely. Registered. All set to go. The only reason I got a PS4 is because most of my 360 friends crossed over. Hey, man, everybody makes mistakes. Why aren't I playing Halo 5? This gaming drought is really getting to you. Doing a podcast every other day. X1 really has no games till April. Dude, I don't know if you noticed, but I have like 160 Xbox One games. I got plenty of games to play. I'm not a big Halo Online guy. I like Halo stories. I play Gears Online all the time. Do I play any of the backwards compatible games? I do. I played Gears 3. I played some Mass Effect and some of the other ones as well. I think that it's really, really cool. Let's see. Everyone was playing the Division beta all weekend. Yeah, that's true. I've been on the Division beta as well. That was really good fun. I'm looking forward to it. Crap, please do more podcasts. You know what? Yeah, I got to interact a little bit more with the fans and do the Q&As because those are fun. What's my next review going to be? Did you guys check out the Roblox review? I thought it was kind of funny. I'm going to review, I know Quantum Break for sure. I don't know. You know what I would do? I got all these games I would love to review. I just, I'm not sure if, what do I do? Just like put up 20 reviews in a day. You know what I mean? Just like there's always I want to review Deadpool because that movie's coming out and that game is awesome, and really funny. And they don't even necessarily have to be newer games. What's my thoughts on Neil Druckmann and Bruce Straley handling Uncharted 4 instead of Amy Hennig? I think that Amy Hennig is a genius, and I'm looking forward to her Star Wars game. I hope they didn't take Uncharted 4 into too dark a territory because those games have always been kind of lighthearted, and kind of fun. Let's see. Interactions like this are the best. Hell yeah, bro. Oh, I appreciate it. So since EA isn't showing up at E3, when do I think Titanfall 2 will be revealed? They're still doing a show that weekend or something, but their own. They're doing their own show. Why did all the black people die in The Last of Us? I don't know. I don't really know. I hope Star Wars 1313 comes back. I think that concept might be sort of alive, but I don't know. Let's see. Am I the only one who thinks more games should add NG+? What do you think? Sure. There should definitely be more black people in games. Titanfall Princess, always the black person advocate. She likes her chocolate. Let's see. What else you guys got, man? Without all the trolling, I mean, it kind of interrupts the flow of the questions. Titanfall 2 and Dead Rising 3 are going to be... I think you mean Dead Rising 4. But I would assume that Dead Rising 4 would be a lot less expensive to make that an exclusive again. And since the last one did really well, I could see that one being an exclusive. I love Mass Effect. I bought all the games on Xbox 360 and PS3 just to play through them again. Yeah, so I think I'm really excited for the next one. Did I pay full price for the PS4 though? Did I? No, I got a really good deal on mine. What did I think of Tim Dog for getting Boogie to say fuck Sony for trying to trademark Let's Play? I think Tim Dog sees the best in people, and Xbox fans, I would say, got Boogie to do that little video that he did today, but it wasn't on his main channel, unfortunately, and you could just still sense the bitterness he has for Xbox. BGST should have more Q&A and more debatable podcast. Look, BGST is its own beast. If you have ever watched it, how it is, we riff back and forth. That's all not scripted. It's all unplanned. We have a really good rapport with each other. We've had guests in there before, and I think that they don't flow as well. They don't know when to talk, or they don't feel a certain way the way that we do. And once we, to be honest with you, I'm not always looking at the screen. So, you forget that they're in there sometimes, and then you feel bad, so we don't really bring in guests or anything like that, and we don't always agree with each other. If you ever listen to BGST, then bring up the Windows thing between me and Showstopper. We've gotten into it, or there's been times where we've not agreed or anything like that. Hey Crap, do you think gaming is let me see, I scrolled too fast for that. Crap, am I fat? Oh, of course I am, man. I'm like 6'5", 330, something like that. Do I think gaming is getting stale and lacking innovation? I do, maybe a little bit. I think that it's going to be interesting to see what's going on. Let's see. Are you going to get Detroit Become Human or GT Sport? No, I'm not a big fan of those like heavy rain type games. I did play Beyond Two Souls, but I wasn't really a big fan of that, Let's see. What else we got here? Do you think Uncharted 4 will hurt Ratchet and Clank sales? I think that platformers are dead anyway, so I don't really think it matters when that game releases. That it's not going to sell a ton. Let's see. Do you think the NX will steal the limelight away from Sony? I think the NX could, if it's good and they reveal it right, I think that it could steal the limelight from a lot of things. You know what I mean? So I think that it definitely could do something. Crap Gamer only likes casual games, as he's a casual gamers. Games that are difficult are too much of a challenge for him. What do you consider a casual game, bruh? Because I play Gears, Halo, pretty much anything, man. I like games. Games are games. Do you think the outrage for Young Conker's teen rating was overblown? Absolutely. And I'll tell you why. Because I played the Conker DLC on Project Spark, and that's I think rated E for everyone, but he still was kind of, rude and pissing on things and things like that. So I think that they can still do a good job with it. Crap, what do you think of the people that are surprised that Xbox One can hit 1080p on the Division? I think that they're going to try to find a reason to say it's dynamic now. Will you play Banjo-Kazooie Reboot Ukulele? I might play that. Do you expect a slim Xbox One this year? Yes. Can Microsoft buy Remedy, or is it out of the question? They could, but the thing with that is they're so slow in getting games out. Quantum Break might be the only game they released this generation. I think Alan Wake was the only one they released last gen, or they did the arcade one too, but realistically, they only do one big one a gen, so I don't know. Actually, Top Gunner, Alan Wake 2 can't be on PS4 because Microsoft owns publishing rights for 3 Alan Wake games. If you guys need someone funny to take over for a show, I'm down. Let's see. If you can have one franchise brought back from the dead, what would it be? KOTOR, just the RPGs, man. I love that. I love those games. Let's see. Crap, are you getting any of the VR stuff? Not a bit. I'm not buying VR. When is Quantum Break coming to PC? I don't think it is. Microsoft has been very honest about the games going to Win 10, and that's not one of them on there. So I would expect that not to happen. Just like Sunset Overdrive never did. I'm pretty sure, Top Gunner, you were one saying that it would, and here we are way, way later, and it's not. I mean, it's just not going to. Do I like Gran Turismo? I haven't liked Gran Turismo since probably the PS1 or PS2 days. If you have a PC, you don't need an Xbox. Well, here's the thing with that. If you have a PC, why do you need a PS4 or an Xbox One? If you're that diehard about playing games, You know what I mean? Like Sony has very few AAA exclusives, big time, that aren't on PC as well. Like look at No Man's Sky, Street Fighter, Shenmue, all that stuff is going to be on PC. You know, all those indies and stuff. If you're a console gamer, you game on consoles. If you're a PC gamer, you game on PC. Sometimes they do both, but for the most part, you know, 99% of the games that we play are multi-platform, and those 98% of those are on PC. But we still choose to play on PC, on Xbox or PlayStation, because we're console people. That's just the way it is. Do I think Frederick is the most stupid name ever? No, I love my name. I think it's great. Do you gaming in the future will become interactive movies? I hope not. Mech Warrior or Mech Assault? I hope Mech Assault comes back. Can you give Windy City Gaming a shout out? Yeah, what up, Windy City Gaming? Rocket, bro. Dude, Sunset didn't go. You know, Dead Rise and Dead Rising 3 went because they aren't owned by Microsoft, bro. Use your brain. Let's see. Crap, how do you feel about JTV always making videos about it? I've never watched a single video that anybody's ever made about me or Next Gen or anybody. You know, I'm sure that lots of people make videos about me and Next Gen and all these people, but the reason they do it is because they want you to go back and forth, right? Because that gets you subs. People like drama and that kind of stuff. They're never going to get that back and forth with me, and so I think that I haven't really known of one that's been about me lately. You know, because I never respond. So, you know, I think that you know, I think that, you know, eventually that kind of kills off the hype for that kind of stuff. Let's see. Is Titanfall Princess a guy? No, she's definitely a woman. Trust me. Let's see. Do you think Uncharted 4 will be delayed again? Possibly. Crap, PC is niche. Only 9 games sold 1 million in 2015. Hey, man, I'm agreeing, man. PC gaming is kind of weird. Am I going to get Rise of the Tomb Raider on PS4? I kind of doubt it because I already played through it a couple times on Xbox One. If I can get it cheap, maybe. Let's see. What else we got? Sunset Overdrive, Forza 6, blah, blah, blah. Forza 6, Horizon 2, Quantum Break, Halo 5 aren't available on PC. Dude, the whole PC argument is so lame. It's just for fanboys, man. Who cares? It's all Win 10. You know, it's all Microsoft. You know, it's good if it helps and it helps sales and helps get more games and another console. Who cares? Do I like RPG? Yeah, I love Skyrim. Skyrim was great. Let's see. What kind of game do you think Recore is? I don't know. Some kind of third-person adventure thing. Who knows, man? It looks good though. Let's see. Was that it? Is that all? I don't see any more questions. Interesting. If you guys need someone, okay. There are less legit PC gamers than there are Wii U owners. Do you play Uncharted for the single player or multiplayer? I liked Uncharted 2's multiplayer, and I loved the single player of 2, and 3 was okay and 1 was okay, but Uncharted 3's multiplayer was terrible. Is DX12 out yet? Yep. How come you like Skyrim but not Fallout? I don't know. Skyrim had a really good third-person mode. Just the world, I like that a lot better. I've seen you playing Halo Master Chief Collection. Do you mind inviting me to a game next time you're on? I was playing through Halo 2, getting some, you know, with my brother. So that was only like 2 players, so you can only do 2. Crap, did you play Ark? Yes, I have Ark. I played it. It's pretty interesting. There's supposed to be a new update soon, so I'm looking forward to that. Prediction on hardware sales for 2016. I think we're going to see good hardware sales across the board. The third year was when the 360 really took off. I think the third year is going to be when the Xbox One takes off. Let's see. It sucks that people can just blah, blah, blah. Do you actually play it? Man, I got over 103,000 gamer score, so I would say that that's playing games. Do you think they'll make Fable 4 this gen? I don't think so. My gamer score, I think, is 103,000. something like that. I was in the top 1% last year. I had 20,000 gamer score and alone on Xbox One in 2015. Yep. So, how come Xbox One achievement system doesn't have a platinum? I don't know, because I'm not really sure. I'm not a completionist like that. I never cared to like finish completely like every game to get every achievement. I just played through them and just have fun with it. Let's see. Titanfall Princess, will you get a logo similar to the other one? Oh, well, she could go to Jay Williams for that. Crap, do you plan on meeting any of the BGS tiers in person? I think we're all going to E3 this year, so yeah. Do you think Crackdown is just a tech demo? No. I think we're getting the multiplayer beta this year, and then we're going to, I would assume get the full game late in the year or next year. You should have more open online game session with your fans. I know I should. I watched a bunch of Quantum Break footage, and it looks awesome. Oh, Titanfall Princess, you want to, but Jay Williams doesn't talk to you. I'll see if he can message you. Do you think they will make a backwards compatibility store so we can buy 360 games we don't already have? Yeah, there's already some in there, but you can't buy them yet. So they're obviously trying to do that. Would you like to see a Max Payne for backwards compatibility? I would, and I'll tell you why. Because I didn't get to play it. I own it, but I didn't get to play it. Will you guys do live vids at E3? Yep, we're going to be doing live vids. Oh, Top Gunna, please, dude, let it go. What are your thoughts on Japanese gamers that likes the Xbox One? Hey, anybody that likes the Xbox One and is Japanese, man, props to you for kind of disobeying the norm, because most of them don't. Crap, are you in the beta dash? If so, do you have party chat problems where it kicks you out of the party? And if so, how can we let Microsoft know about the problem? I'm in the beta dash, and there's an official forums where you go and report that stuff. So that's how you do that. Who do I hope to see at E3? Well, aside from like Nancy and the BGST people, obviously beat Phil and Aaron and all those people. Do I like McDonald's? No. Let's see. When is the first Black Ops coming to backwards compatibility? Rumor is they're testing it right now. Some people have played it or whatever, so will I stone cold stun Steve or Yoshida if I see him at E3? No, man, I'm not going to be a jerk, dude. I'm not going there to fight anybody. I'm going there to talk games. Did you play any of this month's games that are free on Xbox Live Gold? No, I downloaded them, though. Do I think Top Gun Kid is retarded, or both? Dude, you know what? Like, this guy has been hounding me since freaking 2013. He's got like Asperger's or something, so I'm not really going to make fun of him. So yeah, will Yoshida sell it like The Rock? Hey man, he better hard sell that shit, man. If I go up there and give him a stunner, I would say he needs to definitely hard sell it, man. Let's see, crap, any advice to get the ladies? Oh, you're asking the wrong guy. Let's see, are you guys will be capturing video footage at E3? Absolutely. Is Iron Wolf British or American? He's definitely British. How many dogs do I have? A few. Will I ever do a face reveal? There's a couple of pictures of mine around there, but here's the thing, right? I do as little as possible. The pictures out there floating around are ones that I don't mind floating around. There's a lot of weirdos out there, and they like to Photoshop and stuff, and I refuse to put myself out there in that capacity because they take it Photoshopping on weird stuff, and then, it's so yeah, I don't put a lot of stuff out there. Do you think the next Xbox will be pricey to ensure top quality graphics? Probably be $299 or $399, I would guess. Do you think we'll see a new Red Dead at E3? I think we might. Have you heard anything new from the so-called insider guy on Twitter that told you that Xbox info? No, that guy was so non-legit. It's so funny. Would I ever make a NeoGAF account? What would be the point? I'd be banned in like an hour. What I think the biggest problem is for Xbox, it's media, obviously. When you say rack them up, what exactly should we be racking up? I'm very good at pool, so rack them up. That's when I win. Rack them up. rack them because the winner doesn't rack, the loser racks them. So let's see, Crap. Do you think a new slim Xbox is coming this year? Absolutely. Will I censor my? I'll probably be behind the camera and just talking and stuff. Left 4 Dead 3 Xbox One deal. I would love that. Do you like Red Dead? I thought Red Dead was cool, but a little bit too open world for me and not enough achievements just by playing it. Rack them up because Crap is a god at pool. I am good at pool. I have a pool tattoo and a Gears tattoo and some other ones too. So let's see. Rack them. Let's see. What's your thoughts on Mafia 3? Are you going to get? I love Mafia 2, so I'm definitely going to get Mafia 3. Have you heard of a YouTuber called Review Tech? He follows me. I just found out that Review Tech follows me on here. I've not really seen anything he's done, but I know he follows me. Will Dead Rising 4 be multi-plat or Microsoft signed? I would assume that Microsoft would get it. It doesn't seem like it'd be too expensive, and they have a good relationship with them, so. Is Phil Spencer my role model? I think Phil Spencer is a good guy. So, I think the world needs more good people. When is the Cuphead release window? Hey, I don't even know, man. I hope they dumb that game down a little bit because apparently it's a very difficult game. If I could choose a custom theme or color for an Xbox One, what would it be? It'd be Gears 4. What's my favorite PS4 game? I don't have one yet. Let's see. Do you think people overrate the characters Rey and Kylo Ren? Probably. Kylo Ren was a punk bitch. What do you think of people aren't flipping their shit over 900p resolution on the Witness, but it's okay to talk shit on the Xbox One? It's all double standards and stuff like that. But man, my throat is starting to give out from all these questions and stuff, man. I'm gonna definitely keep doing this though. Maybe like once every couple of weeks or something. I appreciate you guys coming out though. Hopefully you guys had a good time and I answered your question. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it and buy some shirts and stuff. Help get us to. Help get us to E3, and hopefully you guys will enjoy the content. Make sure you sub and all that stuff. My favorite Halo game is Halo 5, probably. I love Halo 4 a lot too. Yeah, this is a really bad generation due to the resolution crap. I wish people would just kept it gaming, but they don't. There is going to be no Fable 4 for a long time, I wouldn't think. So. Anyway, thank you guys all for coming out, man. I really appreciate it. Thank Next Gen who left, had to go pick up his kid, but we'll do this again. Thank you guys for joining. Rack 'em up. Thanks for watching. Crap Gamer signing out.